Okay, just wanted to do a quick video tonight instead of the watch list posters. Spent the last few days working on a new feature, so just wanted to highlight that as it's quite a useful one. So we already have the chart list feature where you can obviously create your own lists, your watch lists, add your portfolio, stocks, whatever. So now on the individual stock page, when you come in here, so whether you're at Tesla or you're Apple, etc., I've added these three icons up here at the top. So you'll see these two are disabled at the moment. And then we've got this little icon here, which says toggle chart list panel when you hover over it. So when you click on that, you get a slide out panel to the right. And then from this list, you've got the option to either select a new chart list, but select a chart list that exists from one of the major predefined lists. I'm not sure if I'm going to keep all of those on there or not, or whether I'm just going to do it with individual lists. And then you've got your lists that you've created. So these are all the ones that I've created. So for example, I've got a precious metals list here. So it just takes a little bit to generate depending on the size. And that's one of the reasons why I might get rid of the biggest one. Until it's cached, it can take a little while. But then you've got your list of stocks. So it's in alphabetical order at the moment as well. So a bit more work to do on it in terms of giving some options and stuff. But I just wanted to do the sort of first push out of this. So for example, if I add AEM here, you'll see the arrow is now highlighted here as well. So if I click on this arrow now, I can now cycle through the stocks in the group. So we can go backwards and go forwards. But like I said, at the moment, it's in alphabetical order. So I'm probably going to do it in strength order like we have when you come into the sub-industry panel where it's done in the order of strength by Mansell Brothers strength and SATA score. But you can obviously come in here and change that list whenever you want. And if you want to save this stock or you're not in a list at all, so for example, you've just come from an individual page, you've landed on the page, so anything. So not here, let's come back to that one, not that. Tesla, but with LA maybe help. So if we want to now open the chart list panel here, and then you'll see at the bottom down here, you've got add to my chart list. So if you select a chart list that exists already, so you can't create a new chart list from this page at the moment, it's just for existing chart lists. So whether I'm going to add that functionality on this page or not, I'm not sure. So for now, you can, for example, I've got a temporary list here. So if you change it to the list you want, click add to chart list, and you can see Tesla has been added to temporary successfully. So if I click out of that, come back into that now, select the chart list and go to temporary, you'll see Tesla now exists in that list. So you can obviously go through the different pages and add various stocks from your scan results and obviously build up your chart list that way by looking at the results. So if it did come back into here now and I was trying to add it back to temporary again, you'll see Tesla is already in this chart list, so you can't add it to the same list again. But if I wanted to add it to August 2025 watch list stocks, then that would be okay. So you basically open and shut it just with this little toggle panel here. So click on the icon. If you click anywhere outside of here, it will close, or if you click on the X up here, it will close. So as I said, quite simple in that regard. It's just a way to quickly cycle through your list. So you want to go to the NASDAQ 100, go to here, go to Apple for etc., go to whatever the next stop is, Airbnb, Adobe, etc. And then if you leave this page, you go somewhere else and you're looking at other stuff, and then you end up coming back into the stock page again. So if we go back to Apple again, you'll see it remembers the last list that you had loaded. So the last list I had loaded was the NASDAQ 100. So you can immediately start cycling through those stocks again, or you can select a different list from there. So that's pretty much it. So hopefully you like that. As I said, I'm going to be adding more to this panel. At the moment, I think that's a good starting point. Whether I have the forward and back buttons within this as well, and whether we have the ability to edit and create new chart lists and even delete chart lists from in here, I'm not sure. I think I prefer that being on the actual main chart list page itself, as obviously you've then got the controls in here to edit names, delete lists, and when you go into individual lists to actually obviously add individual tickers as more than one, or you want to delete multiple at once, etc. So there's lots of different ways to use this. So hopefully you find that useful. And then ideally, I'm going to try and add it into here as well. So I'm thinking a potential column down the side here, which will then have like little hamburger menus like we've got on the Chartlists page there for each one of those. And when you click on the hamburger menu, it'll give you the option to add it to the watch list or view the chart or some other things as well, multiple things that could then be in a drop down, similar to the way we've got it in here with the actions, but a smaller column for the screener in terms of thinner. It's a bit wide in that one, probably doesn't need to say actions. So that'll be what I'm gonna do next with that, I think. So okay,